Hi, grade nines. It's Mrs. Pezlowski here. Hope you are having a healthy time at home and that you're getting a little bit of exercise, but not hanging around too many people. This video is going to show you how to do this GPS worksheet. It's part of a lesson that you would have watched looked through the PowerPoint that I had on the GPS. But if you had trouble understanding it, here's going to be a lesson that's going to show you how to do it. So you need a compass and to make a circle, pencil, and if you don't have a compass, your geometry set you don't have, you can use a string and just attach a pencil to the end of a string. So what's happening here is we're trying to prove that you require 3 satellites for any GPS device to connect to, minimum 3 satellites, in order to determine where the location is. So I'm just going to say bye because I'm going to take my face off here and just talk. What we have here is a situation. Someone is in this zone between these 3 satellite dots. So the satellites are above the Earth, but in these locations, someone's somewhere in the middle here in Alberta or BC, and they have a GPS device like a phone, and it's going to connect to the satellites. So it does connect to the satellites, and it's going to tell this GPS device how far away in kilometers it is from the 3 satellites. So you need a minimum 3 satellites, but most like 4 satellites, and so but minimum 3. So here we can see satellite 2 is 300 kilometers away. So I'm going to take my compass down to the legend here on the bottom, and I'm going to put the 1 point at 0, and then the pencil, I'm going to move it over to 300. Okay, and then I'm going to move it up, and I'm going to put a circle around satellite 2, and that's going to be a 300 kilometer radius circle. And that means that the person that is, say they're lost, they're located somewhere on that circle. So that's not enough information because they could be anywhere on that circle. So we have to find out where they are. So let's go to satellite 3. They're 940 kilometers away from satellite 3. So we take our compass down here, and now we want to set it at 940 kilometers. So I'm going to open it up. Oops. I'm going to open it up at 900. So that's 900, and the next number is 1,000. So that's about there. Okay, so I'm going to take it up here, and that is, I believe, was satellite 3. So I'm going to put that at the point of satellite 3 and then draw a circle. Okay, so now the person is on both of these circles. That means they could only be at that point or that point. So it's narrowed it down, but if they're lost, they need to know exactly where they are to tell rescue people where they are. So you need a 3rd satellite. Now the 3rd satellite is 1,000 kilometers from satellite 1. Okay, so there's satellite 1. Now, unfortunately, my compass won't open that big. If I move it, it won't get that big. So I'm going to turn to the next page where I have it done with the 3 satellites. So this circle here is set at 1,000 kilometers. And now you can see that these, not exactly, but it's not perfect, but they do meet at this point here. So that means that is the location of the person that their GPS will be determined. And I'm just going to show you, if you've gone through the PowerPoint, just to show that you have to connect to the minimum 3 satellites. There's actually 24 satellites in 6 orbits around the Earth. So at any one time, wherever you are on Earth, you should be able to connect to at least 3 of the satellites. This worksheet here, you can see the answer key on the PowerPoint. It basically shows you different things, items we have on Earth now, and where did their origin come from? So from the space program. So for example, computers, laptops, etc., are now smaller and more compact and very high powered, and that's because they invented those for the space program. Shoes have really good shock resistant now, and they invented that for the spacesuits. Sunglasses have really good filtering lenses to protect us from the UV rays. That was invented for the spacesuits, for the visors or the guard on the spacesuits. Fire retardant clothing, so materials that would not burn if you got in a fire, that was designed for the spacesuit. So little kids' pajamas, for example, are often fire retardant. Car phones are like cell phones. That was designed for the space program to have a device that's really small that you can communicate with. Telephones, long distance, used to be just a wire running across down on the ocean. Now we can use satellites to communicate with telephones. Air conditioning, remote cars, a lot of high density batteries were developed for the space program. And even a lot of foods that are freeze dried or you just add water to them, things like that, backpacking foods, that was designed for the space program. And then there's a video that a YouTube video you can click on from the PowerPoint that talks about Tang, which was a juice drink, not Mr. Tang, but a juice drink that was invented for the astronauts so they could have some orange juice um, type drink. Tastes a lot like Sunny D. I don't know if they make Tang anymore, but every kid wanted to drink that drink. I remember when I was a kid, we always wanted to drink Tang because all the astronauts did. Okay, so I hope you, oops, sorry, bring that up. I hope you enjoyed the video and we will keep in touch. Now, just have to figure out how to turn it off.